Now, how do you overcome it? Because we've talked about it. We've talked about the negative aspect of what it causes in the relationship. But how do you overcome it? How do I get out of it? Let's look at that briefly. Number one, I said, understand that you are not entitled to anything. I think that needs to be drilled into the mind of a person, actually from childhood. You are not entitled to anything. Everything that you get in life is a privilege. Why is it a privilege? Because not everybody is getting it. And not because of their fault. Are you hearing me? You know, Americans have this sense of entitlement because they live in a very good country, right? So now when they come to other people's country, they behave as though they own everybody. It's a bad thing. Because being an American is not something that everybody might desire to be an American, but not everybody can be an American. And you were an American not because you did anything to get it, but because you were just born one. If you're a Nigerian who is now an American, because your father had money to take your mother to America, to go and born you there, that's why you're an American. And you didn't choose it. You understand what I'm saying? So first of all, the world does not, you are not entitled to anything. The world does not owe you anything. Life is unfair and it is your job to make the best out of it. Are you hearing me? Not to complain about what you deserve or don't have. Number two, how to get rid of self-entitlement. Don't live in the past. I told you before now that some people, the reason they have a sense of self-entitlement is because of what they have gone through, right? Don't live in the past. The way we handle the challenges in our past often determines our outlook towards life, how we look at life. Don't keep scores. Whether you have been a very nice person and you have been doing wonderful things to people, you know, you can, because of the nice things that you have been doing, because you're a nice person, now feel as though nice things should happen to you, right? And you too should get favors because you have been doing favors for everybody. And I'm not saying you should not desire favor. I'm saying don't have a sense that simply because of that, I must get it also. Hello? Don't keep score of your good deeds or the bad things that have happened to you, because you will set yourself up for disappointment when you don't ever receive what you think you are owed. Whether you did good or they did bad to you, the life does not owe you. Hello? You make the best of it. That's something that you need to do or come to accept. Practice treating others with respect, compassion, and gratitude. So how do I get out of that sense of self-entitlement? I should make it a practice consciously to treat other people with respect, with compassion, and with gratitude. So I make up my mind that I am going to be grateful for whatever anybody does for me. If you are genuinely kind to others and commit to acts of selflessness without expecting a favor in return, others will feel freer to return the same goodness to you. Amen. Okay, making progress. Celebrate the success of others, even when you feel like a failure. That's one way to get out of that sense of, some people, they don't know how to compete. One person must win. It might not be you, no matter how good you are. Those are some of the things that people don't teach their children. You are the head, you are not the tail. Above, shall you ever be go. Some nonsense. I'm not saying don't pray for your child. No, you can pray for your child to succeed, but don't drop it into the head of your child that you will always be the one on top. That is unrealistic. Are you the only child of God? In your class, are there no other children of God? So if they read their books the way you read your book, they should not be first. Because you are above and you always never be there. God. I know some of you don't like what I'm saying. But it is the reality. As much as you are studying hard, right, for an exam, another person is also studying hard for that exam. All you do is put in your best. That's what you should tell your child to do. to put in their best in everything that they do. Right? And whatever result they get, they should be appreciative of what they have gotten and they should seek to do better. Period. So if their friend is the person that came first in the class, they should be able to celebrate and rejoice with the person even if they are second. Hello? When you don't do that, the child grows up thinking, I deserve it. I deserve the best. If it is not the best, then it's not for me. Now, you can get that sometimes, but nobody always gets the best. I know people tell you things that it's not true. Hello? Even them that are saying it, they are lying. It's not true. Nobody is always on top. Nobody. That's not how life is designed. Hello? Nobody. Now, the fact that life throws you a curved ball does not mean you should allow it to bury you. No. What you train people to do is to rise above the challenges of life. Are you hearing me? Not to tell them that there won't be any challenge. You train them to fortify them to rise against it, to be better. Not that it doesn't happen to them. To them. No, it cannot happen to them. So celebrate the success of others, even when you feel as though, well, they won and you didn't win. Because when you play a game, somebody wins. One person must win. I saw somebody says, they want to play football, Manchester wants to play Barcelona. Barcelona Christians are praying, God, let our team win. Chelsea Christians are praying, God, let our team win. To one God. Then, when Barcelona win, I say, God has answered my prayer. Who told you that? Deceiving yourself. Barcelona won because they were better prepared, or they were lucky. You know, sometimes they're just lucky and you won. Sometimes they're just lucky. It's the same God. Also, God didn't answer their own prayer. He answered their own prayer. Why? Why should he be partial? Because they are all his children, aren't they? They are both his children, and both teams cannot win. So some of those things are just silly things. My wife told me that Barcelona lost. Say, if you are going with me now, you are going to pray for Barcelona. I don't pray that kind of prayer. Pray for Barcelona to win. No, I cannot pray that kind of prayer. It's a waste of prayer. You cannot. That's a waste of prayers. There will always be a winner, right? That's how it is. When people sit down to write an exam, somebody must always be the best. Somebody must always have the highest score. And it cannot always be you. That's what I'm trying to say. So now, if I'm not a self-entitled person, when the person wins, I'm able to tell the person, congratulations. Because tomorrow I know I may also win. And I will not stop doing my best. Because I will not be disappointed. That's another thing. When you are a self-entitled person, you set yourself up for disappointments. I will not be disappointed. I will be able to rejoice with you that you have won. Amen. Do something because it is right. It's the right thing to do, not because you expect a reward. So, to get rid of self-entitlement, learn to do things. And this is a conscious practice. So if you found from all the things that we have discussed, you feel like you are a self-entitled person, learn to do things consciously for people that are right. Not because you think you're going to get anything from it. Just consciously decide that that's what you're going to be doing. Excuse me. Practice looking at things from another person's point of view. That's a narcissist now. I told you a narcissist doesn't think of, if a self-entitled person isn't thinking about you, he's always thinking about themselves. Stop and think about how other people feel. Right? Be empathetic. That's one of the things that we talked about when we're talking about self. You see, everything is just tying into each other. Rather than focusing on what you think you deserve in life, take time to think about how other people may also feel. Increasing empathy for others can decrease your inflated sense of self-importance or entitlement. Spend time around those less fortunate than you. I heard about the parent, I don't know how true it is, whose child was going to a very nice, one of the top paying schools, right? I think it's in Abuja or wherever, I don't know. But top paying school. And the boy was misbehaving. He was taking it for granted. The man is spending millions per term, but for you to be in the school, but the boy is not taking it seriously. So what did the guy do? The guy took him, told his school, he won't come to school for 1 week. Took the child to one of these government schools where there is no roof. I had already spoken to the principal, please, I want to bring my son here. He's not going to do anything, he's just going to be in the school. I want to teach him a lesson. So carried the boy, took him to a school where there's no roof, right? Or the roof is half gone. They are writing on walls, just painted the wall as black, and they're using chalk. Your school, they are using electronic board to teach you. And all of that. Bought uniform for the guy. When the guy entered the school, first of all, look around. What? Sat down there for a week. Of course, do you like the school? No, I don't like the school. Well, that's the school. That's the school that some people are going to. Because you are feeling as though that's where you are going to, you have a right to go there. Right? Sometimes I tell my children, when we are driving them from school, I say, look at that child is on the road. Can you see that boy? Yes. Is he having a school uniform? Yes, Daddy. Where do you think he's coming from? School. Where are his parents? And I have to educate them. The boy's head resets after that 1 week in that school. By the time they brought him back to his real school, his academic work, he picked up. Because he realized that, man, there are people who do not have, they are not as privileged as you. So what you are enjoying now is a privilege. That's why when you spend time around less privileged people, it resets your mind. To help you to stop focusing on what you think you should have, or why you think life is not. You know, some people are very wealthy, they have everything, but they still feel that life is unfair. They don't know what it means to be unfair. They have everything. They eat 3 square meals and they say life is unfair. 3 square meals. If you can eat 3 square meals, I saw a statistic somewhere that you are better than more than 50% of the world if you can afford to eat 3 times a day. I'm saying 50 because I don't know the exact value, but I know that it is more than 50. If you can only eat, wake up in the morning, eat, and in the afternoon there's still food to eat, at night there's still food to eat. And you said life is unfair. You don't know what it means for life to be unfair. Go and spend time with people who are less privileged. Your mind will reset. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how you get rid of sense of entitlement. Practice gratitude for everything good in your life, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem at the time. So whenever somebody does something that is good for you, that's why we teach our children. What do you say? Thank you. That's why you teach your children gratitude. Right? Now, as an adult, if you find that you are the kind of person who believes that everything should be given to you, learn to say thank you. Learn to show, not only say it with your mouth, but show it. Is that okay? Consider everything you have in your life right now as a privilege. Are you hearing me? Consider everything you have in your life right now as a privileged. Your house where you are sleeping, the family that you have, your friends. Do you know people who don't have friends? Your good health, the fact that you can even move around. So you should take a moment to be grateful for everything that you have and realize that there are a lot of people out there who would love to trade places with you. As bad as you think it is, somebody wants to take your place. We'll be very happy for you to go that way. Let them come this way. And then finally, reach out for professional help. Now that's for people who have psychological problems. If you're a narcissist and you're a wrong, well, you will not understand what narcissism means from this class. But in the previous class, we talked about narcissism. The previous class, we talked about narcissism, right? So you find out that, okay, your own sense of entitlement is because of your narcissistic tendency. Then you need to reach out for professional help. You need a psychologist help. Before you get married,